What's up, Husker Nation? What's going on, Husker Nation? This is Real Men Wear Kills TV. I'm Patrick Joy, your host, and holy crap, look at that game. 56-7. Can you believe it? 56-7 against Northwestern. They predicted we would win this game by 11.5 points. That's what the spread was, and we just dominated. I mean, you can't ask for a better performance out of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. This is what we have been building to, people. And hopefully we can keep this going and continue to improve. Because, holy crap. In less than a minute, we were up by a touchdown. And towards the beginning of the game, it looked like we were going to score in every drive. We didn't, but it looked like we were going to at first. Our defense held Northwestern to one touchdown. Our offense just ran over Northwestern's defense. Our offensive line looked incredible. They looked like they were actually doing what we want them to do, which is push the other team's defense around and keep them from, making plays on our, making defensive plays on our offense. Hats off to Northwestern. They tried, but that had to be a very demoralizing loss for Northwestern to lose by that much against Nebraska. Northwestern going into this game was ranked higher than Nebraska. I can't remember the exact ranking. I could probably look it up real quick, though. Let me see here. Let's see. Why did you put preseason? Okay. Now, granted, neither Nebraska nor Northwestern was ranked in the top 25, but I believe going into this game, Northwestern was ranked. Hold on. We'll find it here. I want to say. I have a hard time finding them. Let's see here. Hold on, no man, they were ranked 88th, and we were ranked 64th. So, correction, that shifted from last week when last week's post game show where I pointed out Northwestern was ranked ahead of Nebraska, but apparently that has since changed. They've already updated. Nebraska has moved to 64th. And Northwestern has moved down to 88th in the country. According to this, Nebraska's up 6 positions, which is good. We face Michigan next. And here's the thing. I've been saying it all season long. Nebraska has been making improvements every game. And this game, it all finally came to, it all finally came together in this win. We had, I think, one penalty maybe against Nebraska, several against Northwestern, but I think there was like one penalty against Nebraska, and it was something little. Add. It was something little. It wasn't really anything. And, for once, Big Ten referees seem to actually call a fair game. In fact, I think we actually got a break in there too, if I remember correctly. But holy crap, you look at this game and what Nebraska did, the improvement that happened. Our O-line looked awesome. Our special teams looked awesome. Our offense as a whole looked awesome. Our defense looked awesome. Like, you look at the game, holy shit. Holy shit. Nebraska did incredible this game. We beat our opponent by way more than was expected, based on what the odds makers were saying. And those guys, they really study this stuff. I mean, they really do. That's how they come up with these odds, how they come up with the over-under, it's how they come up with the spread, all this stuff. They really, there's a lot that goes into it if you know anything about it. There's a lot that goes into it. So for Nebraska to come out and just run over Northwestern, that's really what happened. I mean, Northwestern got one touchdown. It might as well have been, Nebraska got 8 touchdowns. Let's face it, folks. Nebraska got 8 touchdowns in one game where there's only 9 touchdowns scored. Nebraska did incredible. Our special teams looked good. Our punters did well. Our field goal kicker, he did good on the extra points. Our O-line looked great. Our defense looked great. Our running backs looked great. Our receivers looked great. It all came together this game. Holy shit, folks. Wow. Incredible game. Kudos to the coaches, to the players. You guys did awesome. And all you fair weather fans out there, and all you naysayers and haters and whatnot, I'm sorry, it might be unnecessary to say this, but I fucking told you. I fucking told you guys. To those of us who have been loyal to Nebraska, kept, rooting for Nebraska, who refused to say fire Frost, who argued for Frost to continue, to argue for Martinez to continue to be the starting quarterback, we should be celebrating because we were right. Now the question is, the team looked confident. They looked like they were in charge. They looked like they knew what they're doing. All this good stuff. So the question is, can Nebraska keep it going? I say yes, they can. If they continue to work hard and continue to strive to be better. And I think the team is ready for that. They want that. They're going to try to do that. And you look at the score margin, I mean, it's looking good. I'll let you guys do the math on, but let you on a little secret here. But my fiance's dog, Bug, I give her a treat every time Nebraska scores. And when it comes to touchdowns, first touchdown, it's 1 treat. Second touchdown, 2 treats. 2 treats. The third touchdown, 3 treats. And so on, so on, so on. So you do the math of how many treats that dog got tonight. And I mean, they're little treats. They're little treats, not big treats or anything like that. But, so there's a happy dog in this house. You look at what happened tonight, and if you're a Nebraska fan, you can't be happier. I mean, we played like we should have been this whole season. We played a clean game. We played an incredible game. And, at one point towards the end of the first half, the defense seemed to look like they were kind of letting off a little bit. That's when Northwestern got their 1 touchdown. But that being said, Northwestern's offense also looked like it was showing a little life there until we snuffed it out. You look at this game, and Nebraska pretty much had control of the game the whole game. And that is what we need every game. That is what Nebraska needs every game. And it is critical that those of us who are fans of Nebraska, we need to get out there. We need to get on social media. We need to let these boys know how proud we are and that we are in their corner and that we are rooting for them so that they, give them that confidence boost. Give them that, hey, we are with you guys. Because if we can do that, shoot, that's going to be such a morale boost for them. This game should be a huge morale boost for them. Congratulations to those guys for an awesome win. It was a fun game to watch. I personally thought it was going to be a little more interesting as far as the score goes, but I didn't expect Northwestern to come out and just be ran over like they were based on past history between Nebraska and Northwestern. Looking forward, next week we take on number 14 Michigan, and they are coming to Lincoln. Now, there are 6 games left on the schedule. Nebraska is 3-3. We need to get to 6 wins in order to secure a bowl game. Which means, looking at the teams left on the schedule, there are 3 teams left on the schedule who are not ranked in the top 25. We have to win all 3 of them. We have Minnesota, Purdue, and Wisconsin. We need to beat all 3 of them. And really, we need to beat either Michigan, Ohio State, or Iowa. To make sure 100. That way we have a true winning record this season. So the question then becomes, who are we going to knock off? And there's actually a lot of sports commentators and reporters saying that it's very likely that Nebraska is going to come up and bite either Michigan, Ohio State, or Iowa and take that win. Especially seeing how we played against Oklahoma and Michigan State. Oklahoma and Michigan State are they're no joke. They're top 25 teams. And we made it very interesting and very close. Michigan State, we lost in overtime 23-20. Oklahoma, we lost 23-16. I mean, but that's still a close game. And you look at those 2 teams. Where is Oklahoma right now? Oklahoma's still ranked in the top 25. Oklahoma is currently number 9 in the country. Iowa's number 6 in the country right now. Michigan's 13th in the country right now. And Ohio State, where is Ohio State? 12th in the country. I mean, these are, we got some high caliber games, some elite games. Michigan, or, Minnesota. Where's Minnesota right now? Minnesota is... So we take them on after Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin, Michigan. Minnesota, 78th in the country. So they're actually ranked behind us. Let's see, Purdue's the other one we play that's unranked. Purdue. Where are you? Purdue, where are you? I know they gotta be ranked somewhere. I'm looking at the full rankings list here. CBS poll here. Yeah, no, they're not in the top 25. There you go, 59th. So Purdue's ranked ahead of us currently. However, they play on the 16th against Iowa. And Minnesota's like 38th. So, not Minnesota, Wisconsin's 38th. So, we got some tough competition ahead of us. And I think honestly, if we play like we did today, where everything's firing on all cylinders and we're being competitive, we're being explosive, I look at it and I go, is there another loss? I don't think so. Don't get me wrong. Michigan, Ohio State, and Iowa are going to be major challenges. They are top 25 teams. But Nebraska, at this point, playing as well as they did against Northwestern, I expect Nebraska to move up. I really do. I expect them to move up. And against Michigan, Ohio State, and Iowa, honestly, I think we are in a conversation. Are we looking at a Big Ten West title? Maybe. I don't know what the Big Ten West rankings are, but let me see here. Big Ten West, or Big Ten standings. Yep, here we go. Okay. Big Ten. Okay, in the East, right now, the top teams, there's a lot of 2-0 teams in as far as conference play goes. So, you got Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State, and Ohio State all there. But let's look at the East. Ahead of us in the East right now, we have Minnesota, Purdue, and Iowa, and Illinois. And Illinois is 1 and 2, which is the same as Nebraska is in conference play. As far as Minnesota and Purdue, they're 1 and 1 in conference play, and Iowa's 2 and 0. If we can beat, and we got 3 of those 4 teams. We don't have Illinois, but we have Minnesota, Purdue, and Iowa. If we can beat Minnesota, Purdue, then when we face Iowa the last game, that's probably going to be the Big Ten East title game. I hate to say it, but, that's probably going to be the Big Ten East title game. Behind us, we have Northwestern and Wisconsin. We have yet to play Wisconsin. We'll probably beat them by the looks of things. We could end up facing Michigan State, or Ohio State twice this year. Or possibly end up having to play Penn State, depending on how those 4 teams, there's a chance. There's a chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying there is a chance. We should be as Nebraska fans, we should be heartened by this game tonight. This game was a huge confidence boost, and the team came into the game really confident. And that's good coaching, getting the team confident. We don't want to be too confident. We don't want to get cocky. But, because then we stop trying to improve. But, Scott Frost said it in the post-game press conference. He said, we got a lot of work to do. There's still room for improvement. And there's always room for improvement. One of the things I always tell people, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. Me personally, I like to move forward. I don't want to move backwards. Even if I'm standing still, you're still moving backwards. You need to be moving forward. You need to be striving for better always. And I think the Huskers are going to do this. If I had one thing to say to the team and the coaches is keep pushing forward. Keep fighting. Keep trying to improve and get better. You guys did great tonight. No one's arguing that. You guys did excellent tonight. But we have some but this team, Nebraska, has some tough opponents ahead of us. And it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be hard. But this team keeps making improvements. Week after week, they improve even more. And everything came together tonight against Northwestern. Sorry, I was glancing over there, and the first team that caught my eye was Illinois. That's why I almost said Illinois. But Illinois, we should have won too. We beat ourselves in that game. Oklahoma didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. Michigan State didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. The games we won, we beat the other team into the ground. Now, granted, Buffalo and Fordham, we were expected to win by a lot, and we did. Northwestern, we were supposed to beat them by a little. That's what was expected, to beat them by a little. We beat them by a lot, 56-7, people. 56-7. That's 8 touchdowns. I mean, Nebraska did great. We beat the hell out of them. We looked at like we should. We looked like a contender. And we need to keep that up. Win, lose, or tie, I will always be Crimson, or I'll always root for Nebraska. Or Scarlet and Cream. That's what it is, Scarlet and Cream. I will always root for Nebraska. Win, lose, or tie. Will I have criticisms at some point? Probably. But, I look at Scott Frost. He's the coach we need right now, and he is doing excellent. I look, yes, there's room for improvement, but there's always room for improvement, people. And the mess that he inherited, come back and improve this much in 4 years is phenomenal. Imagine what it's going to be like next year if we continue to improve. Nebraska is moving back into the conversation, not only for bowl games, but Nebraska is moving back into the conversation for the playoffs, which means they're also moving towards championship conversation. It's going to take time. We got to be patient, but it's coming. It is coming. Nebraska as a program has been fortunate. I'm not sure how many teams there are in Division I football, but there's a lot. And for any one team to have the number of titles, the national titles that Nebraska has, is pretty extraordinary. There's only a few other teams that are up there alongside Nebraska as far as that, number of national titles goes. There's a lot of teams that have been around since the beginning of Division I football who they ain't got any. They ain't got any titles. Nebraska fans have been spoiled. That's why Nebraska fans, let's face it, they have a reputation to be the best fans of college football, but we also have a reputation for being impatient. Hopefully the era of many coaches is done, and we're looking at the era of consistency in coaching, where we have a coach consistently there. You know, it would be great to have an era where we relive the eras of Bob Devaney and Tom Osborne in a new era where of titles. It's coming. It's coming. How long it's going to take, I don't know. But I will say this, you know, Frost knows the program. He's been around the program. He played in the program. He's now running the program. We need to make sure he has time to do what he needs to do. We need, as fans, we need to be patient, you know, with him. Because he's proven his worth. You look at this game, you look at what we did tonight. We ran all over Northwestern. We were only supposed to win by like 11.5 points. So, less than 2 touchdowns. And we won 56-7. We won by 7 touchdowns. We won by 49 points in a game where the spread was only 11.5. This is the Nebraska that needs to show up every week. This is the team that needs to show up every week. This is the way they need to play. You look at the explosive plays that happened in this game. You look at the momentum. We literally got the momentum and we hung on. There was a brief moment where Northwestern's offense looked like it might take the momentum. And then halftime happened. Scott Frost said in an interview at halftime that he was going to get on the defense about, you know, he thought they might have been slacking off. He was going to get on them about it. And he did. And you know who he sounded like when he said that? He said he was going to do that and then did. You know who he sounded like? He sounded like Tom Osborne, the man who coached him. He sounded like Tom Osborne. Arguably one of the greatest college football coaches of all time. That's what Scott Frost sounded like. I listened to his press conference after the game, and you know what? He sounded like Tom Osborne. He sounded like one of the greatest coaches, one of the greatest college football coaches of all time. His attitude's right. His, you know, what he said to the players in halftime was spot on. The defense came out and they came out with a fury. You know, you look at the game as a whole. You know, everything fell into place for Nebraska tonight. That's what needs to be strived for, improving upon. That's the foundation of a great program. Always striving to improve. And that seems to be what Nebraska is doing this season. And, you know, we're going to have more ups and downs. Hopefully more ups than we do downs the rest of the season. But I see Nebraska moving forward, moving strong. And, you know, I don't know what the rest of the season is going to bring. You know, if I had to make some calls, I'm going to say Michigan is going to be close. I don't know if we're going to win or lose. I'm going to say close. Minnesota, I think it's going to be close, but I think we can win. Purdue, I think it's going to be close, but I think we can win. Ohio State, it's going to be close. That's all I can say about it right now. It's going to be close based on how we're looking. Wisconsin, it's close, but I think we're going to win. Wisconsin, that's win number 6. If we lose to Michigan and Ohio State. Iowa's a home game. And yeah, right now they're number 5, number 6, somewhere in there. Yeah, number 6. At 5-0, they're number 6 in the country. you know, it's going to be close. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I do believe that out of our last 6 games this season, at least 3 wins, and I want to say 4 wins. I just don't know if it's going to be Michigan, Ohio State, or Iowa. If I'm going to guess, out of the last 6, at least 3. I think we get 4, but I say at least 3. I just, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be Michigan, Ohio State, or Iowa. We get 3 wins, that moves us to 6-6. We get 4 wins, that's 7-5 for the season. Like I said, I don't know which team it is, but I think we're going to knock off either Michigan, Ohio State, or Iowa. Are we going to finish in the top 25? Maybe. If we don't, I think we're going to finish just outside. With that, I'm going to end it. A couple little announcements. I know in my pregame video I said I was going to stream tomorrow. Something's come up. I'm going to be doing something different tomorrow afternoon and won't be able to stream because of it. But there's an event going on in Grand Island that I'm going to be going to that I didn't know about till today. So it'll be next Sunday. We'll start Scaretober on Twitch, probably with either Town of Salem or Among Us. This month I'll be playing scary games or, Halloween themed games type deal, or doing stuff that kind of falls in this whole Scaretober thing. Monday, I will be back with another YouTube video. I don't know what the video is going to be. I haven't quite decided. I'm waiting to hear back on something. So the video might be posted later in the day than normal. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I mean, if you're enjoying this channel, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. And obviously next Friday or Saturday I'll come back with another pregame show for the Michigan game, as well as a post-game show after the game, either Saturday evening or Sunday, to talk about what happened in the game and that sort of thing. I was going to do this video tomorrow, but decided to do it today because of the things going on tomorrow, and we won 56-7. I couldn't contain myself. I had to do the video. I had to share it with you guys. I had to share my views on what happened. I just had to do it. Make sure you join me on the Twitch channel. At least give me a follow on there. It doesn't cost you a thing. The app is free if you want to put it on your phone so you can watch me on the go, or you can watch me on the computer. It still doesn't cost anything. And like I said, it's an opportunity for you to interact with me. I play some games. I talk with you guys in the chat. It's a chance to interact with me. It's a chance for me to interact with you. That's why I do it. I could care less about the rest of it. It's an opportunity to interact with you guys, and that is really cool for me to be able to do. Whoever came up with Twitch, they're awesome as far as that goes. I'll tell you what, if by the time, if it turns out we make a bowl game this year, if we do make a bowl game this year, and if I get a large enough following on here on YouTube, and you guys go over to the Facebook page, Room and Where Kills TV Facebook page. You guys go over there and you hit the follow buttons there. Let's set the goal for 200 followers on the Facebook page, 100 followers on YouTube. We can get to that. I will do a live watch party for the bowl game with you guys so we can watch the game together and comment live about the game. Possibly special guests if I have any guests over here at the house. Let's watch the game together, like I said, but we got to reach that goal. So make sure you share this video. Make sure you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We will do a live watch party. I will interact with you guys in the comments, and we will watch the game together. I think that'd be kind of a fun thing to do. But like I said, 200 followers on the Facebook page, 100 followers on the YouTube channel. Let's make it happen. That being said, I'm going to end the video. Y'all have a good night. Go Big Red. Good job, guys. You guys did great. Let's make this happen.